Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Roliver Queen. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing good. Feels great to be back. Yeah, we're here to talk about the top 200 comic books of May 2023. So let's just get right into it. And before we get right into it, I just want to say thank you guys to everybody who checked out the Justice League video that I put out. I spent a bunch of time on that. Really happy with the reception. And yeah, I'm just getting right back on it. I have another deep dive that I'm working on. Been catching up on a lot of Batman. I made a teaser. I put up a teaser page up on the community tab. So yeah, we'll be talking about Flashpoint Batman. Can't wait for you to see the results of that. But let's not waste any more time and let's go ahead and jump right into the top 200 comic books of May. AJ may be joining us. He got some. He may be still at work, but he told me he will try to hop on as soon as he can. But yeah, let's just jump right in. Before we begin, this is a sample size. I feel like I have to say that because when these images go and they do some numbers on Twitter, people like to debate. This is a sample size. This doesn't mean that this is the case for all comic books altogether. Let me phrase that again. This is a sample size. So this is just a sample from over 3,000 comic book stores. And yeah, it doesn't reflect the entire comic book landscape, but it gives us a pretty good idea. But yeah, let's jump in, man, because there's a lot to talk about here. And yeah, feel free to hop in the chat. Go wild. Of course, be respectful. Yeah, let's start off with number one, and as always, we'll start with the first 10, and then I'll give you my analysis on that. So first up, we got Batman 135. Number two, oh boy, is Amazing Spider-Man 25. Number three is Avengers number one. Number four is Amazing Spider-Man 26. Number five is Edge of Venomverse number one. Number six is Titans number one. Number seven is Extreme Venomverse number one. Number eight is Green Lantern number one. Number nine is Daredevil 11. And number 10 is Batman and Joker the Deadly Duo number seven. Yeah, Batman 135 being at the top spot doesn't surprise me too much. That was a milestone issue. And I think I told you guys my thoughts on that comic book. I thought it was okay. Thought it was okay. I still think the comic book can be better. I'm not the Chip hasn't sold me yet, but I just read Batman 136 last week when it came out, and it's exactly what I wanted from Chip. More grounded, more street level based. And if we stay there, I think Chip could do some magic. But the first couple arcs of his Batman run have not been doing it for me. But I understand why this one is at number one. A lot of multiverse stuff. Art is great. It's the finale of it's the finale of this arc he's been doing for the past like year or so. So I understand 100%. Number two, Amazing Spider-Man 25. Listen, me and AJ come up on here and tell you guys what it is. Spider-Man sells just like Batman sells. Clearly, there's a big disconnect between what's happening on Twitter and what's happening in real life. And yeah, I get it. People are upset at that book, and we will get to Amazing Spider-Man 26. But yeah, people are upset, but it is what it is. Clearly, there's an audience outside of this that's buying this month in, month out. And yeah, let's talk about Amazing Spider-Man 26. Kamala Khan dies. I know that was a big outrage. People were circulating the images of, oh yeah, let's not support this comic book. They were putting up the read comic book links left and right, hoping that it would do a dent, hoping that the sales would tank. But no, guys, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And let Amazing Spider-Man 25 and 26, let that be a hard lesson. And again, we've been saying this for the past like year or so. We've been doing this. What happens on comic book Twitter does not equate to real life. It doesn't equate to real life. It doesn't. Just give it up. Just give it up, guys. Give it up. And of course, because it was a death, people were of course going to go and buy up as many copies as possible. And yeah, obviously you got to factor in variants. And again, it's Amazing Spider-Man. People buy that shit. And yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys. If you don't like it, don't read it. I would even go as far as to say, don't even go and read comic books. Don't go and read comic book to check it out and then post the panels online. Because if you really don't like it, don't engage with it. It's really that simple. But clearly, there's a lot of people who month in month out they love Spider-Man. Um, that doesn't make them terrible people. That doesn't make them bad people. They just like Spider-Man. You may not think it's great. Twitter may not think it's great, but there's people outside of Twitter, or maybe some people on Twitter also, they're just not saying it. They like the book and they're going to keep buying it, and it is what it is. Like this doesn't surprise me because we've seen this every single month. Spider-Man is at least in like the top one, two, or three spots every month in month out. I don't understand how you guys thought this would change because something happened that you didn't like. Real world, the real world doesn't work like that. So yeah, it is what it is. If you don't like Amazing Spider-Man, you don't like Amazing Spider-Man. Don't read it. Don't engage with it. But you know, this will go in one year and out the other for a lot of folk, and we'll see the same thing happen. Something Zeb Wells will do something else, or Zeb Wells and editorial will do something else for Amazing Spider-Man that you guys won't like, and it'll go viral, and then you guys think it'll tank the sales, and we'll be right back here next month to tell you, no, the sales have not budged. So let's move on. Edge of Spider Verse #1. I don't know what that is. Yeah, so I can't really comment on that. Titans #1. Um, Makes sense. It's #1. It's Tom Taylor. I'll be honest with you. I thought Titans #1 was painfully mediocre. Painfully mediocre. Um, who knows? There's potential there though. This is supposed to be the flagship book. #1. Well, this first issue was not written like a flagship book. It just seems like for little Titans. But who knows? There's time for growth. So I'll be sticking around to see how this first arc goes. But right now, I'm not sold on this being the flagship book, the premiere book. And Tom Taylor has a lot of work to do. So that's where I'll end with that. Let me take a sip of this drink real quick. It's not bad. Okay, let's move on. Green Lantern #1. Hey, love to see it. Love to see it. Jeremy Adams. This is technically his first #1. He started off with the Flash out like a weird numbering, but he was able to pull the sales up there. But it's good to see that his #1 for Green Lantern is it's starting off strong. So I love to see that. I liked it. I thought it was pretty solid, pretty bare bones. But that's probably how you have to tackle the Green Lanterns right now before you do the big bombastic shit. So I'm not too mad at it, and I'm gonna stick around. I want to see how it goes because I trust Jeremy Adams. He was able to make me a Wally believer, and maybe he'll turn me into a Green Lantern fan. Not that I wasn't before, but that's a section in the DC universe that was pretty dead when I got into comic books. But I did check out Blackest Night and some of the other stuff that came out from New 52. But I haven't been sold completely yet. But maybe Jeremy Adams can do that for me. Daredevil 11. Daredevil's been pretty consistent. This is a book where I'm sure I'm gonna have to sit down and read all in one sitting. Because I think I said it before many times. This relaunch hasn't been doing it for me. Every time you have like one decent issue, you have a couple other issues after that that are just like, it's just mediocre. But I don't know. Maybe it'll read better when I sit down and read it all in one go. But I'm not mad at it being at #11. It's a pretty popular title. And it's been consistent ever since the relaunch. So clearly, Chip is doing something great. But yeah, I still like it better than Batman, but it's still not as great as it once was, and that pains me to say. Batman and the Joker Deadly Duo. Not reading that, but that's been pretty consistent up there for a while. So yeah, good for it. Let's move on to 11. We got X-Men 22, #12, Spider-Man #7, 13, Fantastic Four #7, 14, Spider-Man #8, 15 is Immortal X-Men 11, 16 is Shazam #1, 17 is Moon Knight 23, 18 is Saga 64, 19 is Miles Morales Spider-Man #6, and 20 is Superman #4. Not much to say here. I feel like these are pretty constant, pretty typical. Shazam #1. I think that's the new Mark Waid joint. Heard a lot of good things about it. Not a Shazam fan, but I have no issues going out and checking out some of his stuff on DC Universe Infinite. Let's see here. Moon Knight, consistent. It is kind of weird though. It's very weird that Moon Knight has been a consistent top 10 to 20 book, and they're pulling the plug on it. I hope that this is just Jed McKay saying, "Hey, I want out. I said what I need to say on Moon Knight, and I'm ready to go." And I hope it's not just Marvel deciding, "Hey, we're just gonna pull the plug on the book because Moon Knight is not on the screen anymore." But who knows? I just hope it's the first and not the latter. But I've heard a lot of good things about Moon Knight, and Jed McKay's Avengers started off pretty strong. I checked that out as well. But yeah, I hope that's the case because Moon Knight is, from what I heard, is pretty good. So I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's McKay just saying he wants out. What else here we got to talk about? Yeah, Miles Morales Spider-Man #6. This is great. I said it on the last episode of the Authority that we did last week. Miles Morales is in a great spot. Movie doing well. Comic books is doing extravagant, and the video game stuff is doing well also. So Miles Morales is firing off on all cylinders. Miles Morales is not ruined. There's nothing wrong with Miles. Miles Morales is just doing his thing, man. So I love to see it. And I did order the Miles Morales omnibus by Saladin Ahmed, so I can't wait to get into that. It's coming out in August, and yeah, I'm excited. Just made the pre-order last week. Superman #4. Not much to say here. Superman has been consistent. I like what Williamson is doing. Very short, sweet arcs that gets the point across, and we can move on to the next thing. And yeah, it's just a fun book, and I can't wait to see what else Williamson does with it. Can't wait for the book to really branch out into the rest of the DC universe. But so far, it's doing its thing, man, and I like it. Yeah, it's consistent. So let's move on to the 21s. I see somebody that's here in the chat. State yourself, make yourself known. We'd love to know who you are. So we got 21, Batman, A Brave and the Bold #1. 22 is Silk #1. 23 is Spider-Man 2099 Dark Genesis #1. 24 is oh, Jesus Christ, I can't talk. 24 is Star Wars 34. 25 is Wolverine 33. 26 is Cult of Carnage Misery #1. I'm just going to take a sip of my drink real quick. 27 is Carnage Reigns Alpha #1. 28 is Groot #1. 29 is Venom 19, and rounding things off at 30 is Star Wars Darth Vader 33. Yeah, Batman Brave and the Bold. It's not bad for #1, still in the top 50 percentile, still like in the top 20 percentile. So not bad at all. Not bad at all. A little warmer for my taste. I feel like that should be a little bit higher, but still not bad. And again, it's just proof that Tom King has come a long way. Talk a lot of shit about Tom King, but hey, that brother got a #1 ranked at 21 out of 200. So that is not bad at all. If anything, that is excellent. Excellent. Let's see here. A lot of these other books I'm not reading, but I feel like they're mainstays. Looks like Wolverine still climbing. It looks like that Carnage stuff, which I clearly don't give a shit about, is doing well. But yeah, I think that's about it. Not reading Groot, not reading Venom. But yeah, let's move on. Let's go into the 30s. So at 30, we got Star Wars Darth Vader 33. 31, we have the Power Girl Special #1. 32, we have Batman White Knight Presents Generation Joker #1. 33 is X-Men Red 11. 34 is Guardians of the Galaxy #2. 35 is Extreme Venomverse #2. 36 is Batman Superman World's Finest 15. 37 is Scarlet Witch #5. 38 is Star Wars Darth Vader 34. 39 is X-Men Before the Fall Sons #1. And number 40 is Green Arrow number 2. Let's fucking go. I love to see it. Let's see here. Yeah, Power Girl, okay, at 31, at 200 out of 200, not bad. I think I've said this plenty of times. I really enjoyed what Leah Williams has been doing with in the Action Comics backup. She's convinced me to check out Power Girl, so I went ahead and pre-ordered. And I've heard some pretty good things about that special. I'm behind like almost 3 weeks from getting my comics, so I'm getting my comics on Thursday, and I can't wait to check that out. But I've heard a lot of good things about it. And yeah, I just hope the momentum carries on into the ongoing, because I feel like Leah Williams may have something good here. And yeah, I'm all about giving creators a fair shot. So this will be my first Leah Williams book, I believe, outside of the what was that X-Men shit called? The one where they were fighting all over the fucking place. I don't remember. X of Swords, yeah. So this will be my first comic book since that. And again, she's impressed me with the stuff she's done so far. So let's hope it continues. Let's see here. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Like I said, I love to see Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing do well. So Guardians of the Galaxy number 2 at 34. That's not bad at all. Batman Superman World's Finest. I feel like it's found its sweet spot here. It's not bad at all, so not much to say about that. But yeah, everything else, not much to say. Green Arrow number 2, fucking pleased. I'm really pleased. You guys are still showing up for Green Arrow, and I love to see it. I love to see it. Makes me so happy as a Green Arrow fan. And yeah, man, right now the goal is to let's make this an ongoing, y'all. Williamson said he's down to make it an ongoing. We got it to 12 issues. Let's make it an ongoing. We got this, guys. But I'm proud of it. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of it. Let's knock this out the park. Let's move on, though. Not much else to say here. 41, we got Peacemaker Tries Hard, number 1. 42, we got Nightwing 104. 43, we got Hulk Annual, number 1. 44, we have Hulk 34. 45, we have Storm, number 1. 46, we have Star Wars Yoda, number 7. 47 is MMPR TMNT, number 2. Number 5 of 5. 48 is Adventures of Jon Kent, number 3. 49 is Poison Ivy 12. And rounding things off at 50 is Ghost Rider 14. So yeah, not much to say here. I say I'm really happy to see MMPR and TMNT chart as high as it is. Clearly the buzz from the last couple issues has really worked, and the sales are climbing up. So it's just great. That's awesome to see. Anytime Power Rangers or anything Power Rangers related is in the top 50, I'm happy. I'm really happy. Adventures of Jon Kent is pretty solid. I still think it's probably the most solid Tom Taylor has written Jon Kent. And yeah, it's almost done. The 3rd issue, I believe, or the 4th issue is kind of weak, but who knows? Hopefully things will end out strong. And yeah, I'm really excited and happy for this one. Looks like Taylor was able to turn my opinions around on little Jon Kent. Now let's see here. Poison Ivy 12. Listen, what else can you say? This is why Poison Ivy is in the position that it's at. Now, if we could just keep this same energy with Green Arrow, we're in good standing. We're in great standing. So yeah, let's take Poison Ivy as the example, guys. Anything is possible. Storm number 1, that's not bad. I feel like it's a little low for number 1 in my honest opinion. But again, it goes to show that maybe, I don't know, maybe the well is running dry a little bit with this X-Men stuff, especially Storm. I feel like a Storm book, especially with that style, is a little bit too late, but I could be wrong. But yeah, it's not looking good. That's a little low for number 1, but at least it's still the top 50, so it's not bad. But yeah, that's about it. Let's move on to the 50s. This is the shit you gotta pay for. It's the shit you gotta pay for. Shout out to AJ for letting me use his account. All right, let's go right in. So at 50, we got Ghost Rider 14. 51, we have She-Hulk 13. 52, we have Spider-Man 2099, Dark Genesis number 2. 53, we have TMNT, Last One in the Years, number 3. We got Action Comics 1055 at 54. Let me just go ahead and turn down this fan real quick. Yeah, Action Comics 1055 at 54. 55, we have Batman 181, Fast Smile Edition. 56, we have Invincible Iron Man number 6. 57, we have X-Force 40. 58, we have Disney Villains Maleficent number 1. 59 is Danny Sketch Ghost Rider number 1. And rounding things off at 60 is Star Wars Darth Vader Black, White, and Red number 2. All right. Yeah, Action Comics, not bad. Not bad at all. Again, the book is climbing. I feel like it should be a little higher, but still not bad. PKJ is cooking. I don't know what else to tell you. The backup's a little weak this month. A little weak last month. But still, the main story is still holding it down. We really just need to get to a point where Action Comics just has one backup. I'm never going to stop saying that. I feel like having to share the page count with 2 other stories is really hurting right now. The Jon Kent story, it's running its course, and the Steelworks story was weird. I don't know whose idea was it to have 2 different creative teams work on the same character, especially so close in proximity. But yeah, Homeboy did not do any favors for Steel in that backup, but Steelworks ended up being amazing. So if you guys did not go check out Steelworks, please do it. Michael Dorn knocked it off the park. But Homeboy, who did the backup for Action Comics, that wasn't it. But let's move on. Let's move on to the 60s. We got 61. We got Rogue and Gambit number 3. We got 62, Star Wars Darth Vader Black, White, and Red number 1. 63, we have Spawn 341. 64 is World Tree number 1. 65 is Demon World Scarlet Sin number 1. 66 is Star Wars The High Republic number 9. 67 is The Flash 798. 68 is Justice Society of America 4 of 12. 69 is World Tree number 2. And rounding things off at 70 is Green Arrow number 1. All right. Flash 798. I believe this was Jeremy Adams' third to last issue on the Flash. Very fun, very wholesome. I think this is the issue where Wally's kid is born, and again, it's shenanigans, fun, and I don't know what else to say, man. I'm gonna miss Jeremy Adams on the Flash, and yeah, whoever, what is it? I think we got Simon Spirit that's on the Flash next. Good luck to him, man. I still check it out, but yeah, I'm gonna miss Jeremy Adams. But overall, I'm gonna be repeating myself when it comes to the Flash, man. Jeremy Adams just did his thing, and I'm really happy where Wally is gonna end up. 68 was Justice Society of America. Clearly here, this is the result of the delays. I feel like JSA and Jeff Johns, that should easily be a top 50 book, but I think the delays are hurting it. But still not bad. 68 out of 200. It's not bad. It's not terrible. But come on, man. Hopefully this is the last of the delays, but we got a good couple more issues left, and it wouldn't surprise me if we're hit with more delays. But John's really got to get his shit together, bro, because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. We got somebody in the chat right here. Let's see who it is. Oh yeah, JK said I'm out on Flash. Yeah, well, it's probably best to just wait for Simon Spurrier. And also thank you, JK, for popping in. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Take another sip of this. Yeah, a little sweet. But yeah, Justice Society. Yeah, come on, Johns. You gotta get it together. Green Arrow number 1 being in the top 50, being in the top 100 again is great. That's amazing. Thank you guys for showing up. Because that shit came out in April, and that shit's still going strong, man. And yeah, I was one of the people who did buy I bought 3 or 4 copies of Green Arrow number 1. So yeah, the fact that I see it again and it's ranked so high, good fucking job, guys. Good fucking job. I love to see it. I love to fucking see it. But yeah, not much else to say here because I'm not really reading them. So let's move on to the 70s. So 71, we got Hulk 14. 72 is Gunslinger Spawn 20. 73 is Doctor Strange number 3. 74 is Detective Comics 1072. 75 is Spider-Man 2099 Dark Genesis number 3. 76 is Star Wars Return of the Jedi Lando number 1. 77 is Spider-Gwen Shadow Clones number 3. 78 is Superman Lost number 3. 79 is Daredevil and Echo number 1. And 80 is Joker the Man Who Stopped Laughing number 8. Detective Comics, I'm not worried about it being this low. I believe it came out like towards the cusp of the end of the month. So we've seen it plenty of times. It'll come out at the end of the month, and then that's why it'll be so low. But next month, when it comes out early in the month, it's ranked higher. So it depends. But Detective Comics is not a comic we got to worry about at all. Um, Spider-Man 2099. Yeah, I thought people were kind of burnt out on the 2099 stuff, but this is, I can't remember now, maybe the fourth or fifth time I've seen this comic book ranked. So clearly it's doing well and good for Spider-Man. Let's see here. Daredevil and Echo number 1. So let's keep it a fat stack here. Let's keep it let's keep it at 100% a fat stack. Um, this is always a dumb idea. Um, I feel like people are kind of like lukewarm on Echo right now. This is clearly for the MCU, like a MCU, not a tie-in, but like TV or movie synergy type thing, and it just doesn't work because Daredevil is in a whole other place in his comic book, and again, people are kind of lukewarm on Echo. And also to bounce back to Daredevil, he's in a completely different suit. Like whose idea was this? Like, and again, this is just another example of Marvel like not reading the room, or they're just letting they're just letting people run wild over there. Because if I got Chip Zdarsky who's doing this thing on Daredevil, why would I put out a Daredevil and Echo number 1? Why would I do that? And I believe this is a mini series as well. So I'm sure this won't confuse people because people may know that. Well, certain people may know that this is literally just like MCU synergy, but I wouldn't be surprised if somebody picked up both books and was like, "What the hell's going on? Like, why?" So I don't know. It's silly. I'm not picking this up, but just this is he very smart here. Um, Joker the Man Stop Laughing. Definitely dipped a little bit. I wonder what happened, or maybe did this also come out during the cusp of the end of the month? Who knows? Because this book has been performing pretty well. But yeah, let's see. Other than that, no, not much else to say. I think this might be the last issue of Hulk before we switch over to Philip Kennedy Johnson. So yeah, I'm excited for what he's gonna do. I may pick it up, may pick up the first issue. But yeah, sad to see what's happened to Hulk, sad to see what's happened to Thor. But as long as Donny Cates is okay, that's all that matters. That's all that fucking matters. Let's move on to the 80s. On to the 80s. 82, we have Daredevil 10, probably a reprint. 83, Edge of Spider-Verse number 2. 84 is Carnage 13. 85 is Avengers number 1, Fast Smile edition. 86 is Hallows Eve number 3. 87 is Amazing Spider-Man 24. 88 is The Flash 799. 89 is The Punisher 12. And 90 is DC Pride 23 number 1. Let's see here. Flash 799. Yeah, I just spoke on The Flash. DC Pride. I need to see when DC Pride 2023 came out because that's pretty low. I feel like that book always performs well. Let's see here. When did that come out? That came out May. Yeah, that came out May 30th, and yeah, so it came out at the cusp. So probably next month it'll be a little bit higher when we do the June 2023 rankings. But yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about DC Pride. DC Pride is typically pretty solid. I buy them every single year. Yeah, a lot of solid work from solid creators. But yeah, I feel like this one might be the best received one out of the ones that we've had so far. So I'm excited to pick that up when I get to the comic book shop in 2 days. But yeah, what else? Yeah, we can move on here. Let's move on to 91. We got Sins of Sinister Dominion number 1. 92 is Captain America Sentinel of Liberty number 12. 93 is Unstoppable Doom Patrol number 3. 94 is Wonder Woman 799. 95 is Spirit World number 1. 96 is Vigil number 1. 97 is Red Goblin number 4. 98 is Danger Street number 6. 99 is Spider-Man, 2099 Dark Genesis number 4. And 100 is TMNT Turtles Usagi Yojimbo When number 2. All right, let's break down some of this right here. Okay, Captain America: Son of Liberty. I don't know. I wonder if wait, actually, is this the Cat book or the Sam book? I think yes, this is the Cat book. I don't know. I feel like Marvel's kind of seen where the Captain America books have landed. Like they've been fluctuated. You have some months where they're like really up there, and then some months where they're like hovering below the top 50. And I wonder if that's the rationale Marvel used to, get Colin Kelly and Jackson Lanzett off the book, because now we know they're relaunching, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but apparently they're going to continue their story in a separate series. So there's some reconciliation there. But yeah, I wonder if that's the rationale here, because it's some days it's good, some days it's all right. But yeah, sad to see them go, because it seems like overall the consensus is that this is a pretty good Captain America book. But it is what it is. And again, I've been reading this book in trade, but I am excited to see how it ends. But it does suck to see those brothers leave, because you can tell they're very passionate about this book. They spent a lot of time on this book. They're really crafting something special there, especially from what I've read. So shame to see it, but I'm excited to see where they end up after that. Let's see here. Spirit World number 1. A little bit of a bummer that this is so low, because I enjoyed Spirit World. I felt that it was a pretty great start to the We Are Legends line. I'm here for whatever's happening. Same thing goes with Vigils. I thought both of those were strong. I like the Vigil a little more, but overall, both left a pretty good taste in my mouth, and I'm excited. I'm really excited to see where both of these characters end up, and I'm excited to see where the stories for both of these books go. But yeah, that they start off really strong with the the We Are Legends line, man. If you guys haven't checked that shit out, please go do. I'm championing for that shit. Let's see here. Bad 40 said, how the F does shit sell? Depends. What shit are you talking about? Let me know. And also I appreciate you coming through, brother. Appreciate you. But yeah, once again, if you guys haven't checked out Spirit World, if you guys haven't checked out the Vigil, go check it out. I know City Boy came out and people were really rocking with that too. City Boy didn't really do much to, move me to go buy it. But I will go check it out on the DC Universe Infinite app, because I believe that first issue came out as well. But yeah, what else do we got to talk about here? Not much. Yeah, Wonder Woman, not much to say. Unstoppable Doom Patrol. I'm not too worried about this one, because I feel like it's at a good spot. Doom Patrol is kind of like a team that people like, but they're not as popular. So this is not terrible. 93 out of 200 is not terrible. Could be higher. And clearly you guys are doing something well, because this book keeps getting extended. I think this is now 2 issues that they're extending it by. So yeah, good job. Seems like Dennis Culver has something that he's latched onto that people really enjoy. So yeah, good job on him, and good job on y'all. Like, clearly you guys are seeing the fruits of your labor when you support books. Take one more sip. Yeah, I'm alternating between some wine or whatever the fuck this shit is, and water. Because yeah, I feel like having a drink tonight. Yeah, so I can do it. So let's move on to 100. We got 101. We got Noctera 14. 102. We got House of Slaughter 15. 103. We have Deadpool number 7. 104. We have Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow. 105 is Captain Marvel 49. 106 is Ghost Rider number 3. 107 is Predator number 3. 108 is Star Wars Bounty Hunters 34. 109 is Something Epic number 1. And 110 is Fury number 1. All right. Let's see here. Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow. This was decent. I checked out the first issue. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. Sorry. Like I said, what's that motherfucking name again? Because there's a lot of them Superboys running around. God, wow. What is his name? That's how much I don't care about this motherfucker, bro. That's how much I don't care about him. Because I can't remember his name, and I had it on the top of my tongue. But yeah, the first issue didn't do much for me. But again, this is not bad. 104 out of 200. It could be better. But yeah, good luck. Because it didn't sell me. Yeah, Connor, that's his name. Thank you, JK. Yeah, Connor. Yeah, I don't know what it is with Connor, man. Like Connor don't do it for me, bro. He don't do it. Like, and I may get some shit for this, but hey, bro, when Match was running around being a fake Connor, that shit hit harder than whatever the fuck they doing with Connor and these other books, bro. Like Match was a better Superboy than Connor was a better Superboy. Like it don't work. I mean, actually, JK brings up a good point. It comes out on digital first, which could impact sales. Yeah, let's let's dissect that a little bit. Because the rationale here is really dumb. It's really dumb. And I think they did the same thing for the Vigil, and they did the same thing for Spirit World. So if the goal here is for these books to be extended, because that's the case for a lot of these miniseries. The understanding is that these miniseries can be extended if they sell well. So why would you undercut that by putting out all these issues first, especially number ones? Why would you put them out on DC Universe while the physical issues are out? Because I can easily see the rationale. Somebody was like, well, if you're putting it out on DC Universe, why do I have to go buy it? You gave it to me free of charge. Why do I have to go buy it again, especially if it's digital? It doesn't make a lick of sense. And yeah, thank you for bringing that up, because I completely forgot. But yeah, the rationale here doesn't make sense. Now, I don't know. Do they want these books to purposely fail? I don't know. But it's mixed messaging. Because again, if I was a random person and I read that shit I woke up, oh shit, you're giving me this comic book for free? Yeah, I probably wouldn't go out to the comic book shop and buy it again if I have it here first thing when I wake up. So I don't know. Let's see here. JK also says Superboy was a round robin winner, and the others are more trying to establish characters. Yeah, and even if it was a round robin winner, you would still want the round robin book to do well. So again, the rationale here, yeah, that still doesn't make sense for me. It's like, just go and put the books out on the floppies, because I wouldn't be surprised if that's one of the reasons why these books are coming in so low. And you would want, especially for your new characters, to come in as high as they possibly could. So again, I don't understand the messaging here. I don't understand the rationale. But again, please, I'm telling you guys, please go support the Vigil. Please go support Spirit World. It's pretty good. Both of those books are good. And if you like Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow, go buy the shit. Like, really go buy it, because that's how you make a better case for, hey, let's extend this book. We got another comment here from JK. It says, I think it's free cause it's because this is a new character versus putting out only on floppies where the book is doomed to low sales. This way it hits a wider market. Oh, okay, I can understand that. And who knows, to back up what you're saying, maybe somebody will pick this up and be like, oh, okay, This character looks cool, and who knows? But this is only the case for the first issues, so maybe they don't do the same thing for issues 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the person's like, well, this is pretty good, and if I can't get it again digitally on DCUI, maybe I go check out number 2 and number 3. So yeah, and like you said, if it, once more established, the people will likely buy. So yeah, that makes sense. But again, I'm and the reason why I look at it the way I look at it is because I just really want these characters to succeed. Like I really want them to succeed. I feel like they made a good impression on me and Lazarus Planet, and I want these characters to be in the best shape to succeed, so we can see more of them. Because I can see a scenario where the Vigil is implemented more to the DCU. I could see a scenario where, um, what's her name? The main character for Spirit World. I apologize. Yeah, I can see a case where she's implemented more in the DCU. So again, I just want these characters to thrive. But yeah, I do appreciate you throwing that context out there, JK. Much appreciated, much appreciated. And he says, I think it takes longer than a few issues to be character loyalty. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. It's very true. JK said, I hate Elijah's Planet. Yeah, I liked it for what it was. It short, sweet. I feel like my only just main issue is just like they didn't have to break it up between like 2 books. But yeah, I think we spoke about what I didn't like about Lash's Planet. But overall, it was solid. I think it makes for a great short read. I'll say that. But yeah, for what it did for the new characters and some of the established characters, I was here for it. But yeah, let's move on. We got 111 is Vanish number 7. 112 is Star Wars Doctor Aphra 31. 113 is King Spawn 22. 114 is Junkyard Joe number 6. 115 is Venom, Lethal Protector number 3. 116 is Catwoman 55. 117 is Detective Comics 1071. 118 is Ambassadors number 4. 119 is Star Wars The High Republic number 10. And 120 is City Boy number 1 of 6. All right. I think City Boy was also on the cusp. Let's see when that came out. City Boy number 1. Oh, no. City Boy number 1 came out, yeah, like right towards the end. It's probably why. But yeah, the streets is telling me City Boy is pretty good. It seems like a lot of people like City Boy more than they do the Vigil and Spirit World, so that's a good sign. But yeah, same thing. I'm just hoping this. I'm hoping this method that they're doing works out in the end. Because these characters have potential, man. Cyborg number 1 of 6. That's pretty fucking low for Cyborg. Let's see when Cyborg came out. I feel like Cyborg might have came out earlier in the month. Let's see here. Cyborg came out May 16th. Jeez, that's really damn, yeah, damn. That's low for Cyborg, man. Damn. And I like Cyborg. I thought Cyborg was solid, and this is my first Cyborg book. It gave you the quick and condensed intro on the character, and it threw you right into a story that's full of heart, full of soul. And I was like, yeah, I liked it. I didn't even mind the art. The art was pretty good, and I really like where they're taking the story. But damn, bro, that kind of breaks my heart a little bit. Because Cyborg definitely can succeed. Like I already see good things for that book. But yeah, let's hope things pull up, man. Let's hope things pull up. But Cyborg is another that I need. I need that book to get extended. Or I need that. Yeah, I need that book to be extended, bro. I need that Cyborg. I need more of it. Let's see here. Yeah, there's not much here. I think did I jump ahead? Yeah, not much else to say here about this batch. Yeah, let's move on. Oh, Catwoman. Catwoman is all I can say is hopefully the Gotham War helps boost up Catwoman a little more. But yeah, I liked what I've heard about it from, not heard, but there's clearly some inklings from Catwoman being brought on to Batman. So the last issue did a good job of catching us up with what happened with Catwoman. So I hope this is a chance for Tina Howard to really, bust her chops and do something more interesting with the character. Because again, this is a far cry from where the book was before under Ram V. But let's move on. I already spoke about Cyborg, so let's just move on to 122. Spider-Man 2099, Justice number 5. 123 is Harley Quinn 30. That book is going to get canceled soon. 124 is Ghost Lord number 1. 125 is Guardians of the Galaxy number 1. That's a reprint. 126 is Warlock Rebirth number 2. 137 is Miracle Man Silver Age number 5. 128 is Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 23. 129 is Batman Incorporated number 8. And 130 is Iron Man number 1, Fast Smile Edition. Yo, they've tried and tried with Harley Quinn. Tried and tried. And something is not working here. It's really not working. And I don't know, man. It might be time to pack it up. It might be time. We know the character is going to be part of the Birds of Prey. So maybe that's where she just needs to be regulated because, yeah, it's not looking good for Harley Quinn, man. Pack it up. Pack it up. 30 issues. And this book has always been hovering in this low range. It's clear DC has some plan, but I don't know if this plan is working out for them. But yeah, it's time to pack it up. Yeah, not much else to say about any of these other books here. Let's move on to the 130s. We got 131, we got Alien number 1. I feel like that might be a reprint. 132 is Joe Fixit number 5. 133 is Nemesis Reloaded number 5. 134 is Ambassadors number 5. 135 is Batman 134. That's a reprint for sure. 136 is Stargirl, The Lost Children number 6. 137 is Avengers War Across Time number 5. 138 is Deadpool number 6. 139 is Radiant Black 24. And 140 is Batgirls 18. Stargirl, The Lost Children. Yeah, I feel like this should be a little higher, but again, delays killed it. And also it's the last issue, so people probably just like tape it off. Radiant Black 24, Kyle Higgins is cooking over there. That last issue was insane. I'm not spoiling. I will keep my fucking mouth shut. But Radiant Black, if you're not reading it, it's good. Because this is a book that I feel like it's climbing. It's low, it's climbing these charts, man. Because there's some months where I haven't seen it, but it's clearly coming back. And yeah, it's well deserved. So if you guys are not reading Radiant Black, oh man, do yourself a favor. Either hunt that shit down on trade, hunt it down on digital, and catch the fuck up. That's some good shit over there. Good shit. And if you haven't read Supermassive, go read that also. If you haven't read The Dead Lucky, go read that also. They are cooking they're cooking in the Massiveverse right now. So I gotta say. Batgirls 18, I think this is the final issue. Yeah, good riddance. I gotta say. 141, Wildcats number 7. 142, Multiversity, Harley Screws Up the DCU. 143, Disney Villain Scar number 2. 144, Bloodline Daughter of Blade number 4. 145 is Star Wars Dr. Alpha 32. 146 is Doctor Strange number 2, probably a reprint. 147 is Alien number 2. 148 is Planet of the Apes number 2. 149 is The Walking Dead Deluxe 62. And 150 is X-23 Deadly Regenesis number 3. I have nothing to say about this. Yeah, nothing to say about this bunch, honestly. Besides Wildcats, Streets of Stubby Wildcats is good. I will check it out at some point. But yeah, Bloodline Daughter of Blade. I don't know what they're trying to do here. It looks like Brian Hill is writing Blade soon. So hopefully whatever they're doing here spills out over there. But yeah, that's about it. Let's go to 150. 151, we got the Blue Book number 4. 152 is Phantom Road number 3. 153 is Avengers Beyond number 3. 154 is Action Comics 1054. 155 is Clear number 3. 156 is Batman The Adventures Continue Season 3 number 5. Excuse me. 157 is TMNT Usagi Yojimbo number 3. 158 is Captain America Symbol of Truth 13. 159 is Little Monsters 13. And 160 is No One number 3. Action Comics is a reprint. Avengers Beyond, Good Riddance. That book should have been gone. Don't know why it's still here. We have a whole new Avengers number 1. Yeah, Captain America Symbol of Truth. Yeah, I also wonder if this book is gonna last long too, because Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing are off the other Cap book, and this one has also been kind of fluctuating in the lower numbers. So I wonder if this book stays as numbers, especially since the crossover is about to be done. So yeah. Let's move on. 161 is Jeff number 1. 162 is Venom Lethal Protector number 2. 163 is Hellcat number 3. 164 is Sandman Universe Nightmare Country. 165 is Astrobots number 1. 166 is New Mutants Lethal Legion number 3. 167 is Black Adam number 11. 168 is 168 is Nightwing 103. 169 is The Walking Dead Deluxe 63. And 170 is Gargoyles number 5. So let's see here. Hellcat. Hellcat's not lasting long. Yeah, that book's not lasting long. And I already kind of knew what time it was. And I did see a comment on my Twitter feed yesterday. It said, if Marvel can give, Hellcat a book, they should be able to do something with Vixen. I feel like both of these should not be equated to each other because, again, Marvel has a tendency to just give everybody a book, and they may not have the best creators or the best stories for these characters. And you see something like this where they're floundering towards the near 200s. You can't equate that to like probably a Vixen where it's a DC character and they may have plans for them. It's like Marvel giving everybody a book is not necessarily a good thing, and it shouldn't be. You shouldn't equate that to DC. I'm just gonna say that right now. This is bad. This is issue number 3, and it's at 160. That's bad. That's not good. That's bad. If this book even makes it to 12 issues, it'll be a miracle. This is bad. New Mutants. It's time to call it a wrap for New Mutants. How many times have they tried it with this team? And this is number 3, and it's 166. It's time to go. Let it be, Marvel. Whatever happened with Vita, clearly once they left the book just kind of tanked. You tried to reboot it again. No, actually that was Marauders. But yeah, whatever you had, you lost it. New Mutants gotta go. It's not working. Black Adam, I gave up on Black Adam, even though I'm still buying it, but Priest's Heart is not in it, and I think I'll do a video on that at some point. Nightwing, that's clearly a reprint. But yeah, let's move on. I feel like a lot of these are going to be reprints now, and a lot more books I'm not checking out. 171, Venom Lethal Protector number 2. 172 is Invincible Iron Man number 5. 163 is Saga 63. 173 is Saga 63. 174 is Spawn Scorched 18. 175 is X-Men 21. 176 is X-Men 1991 Fast Mile Edition. 177 is Elvira in Motherland number 1. 178 is Riddler Year 1 number 4. 179 is TMNT The Last Ronin Years number 1. 180 is Frank Franzetta's Death Dealer number 12. Yeah, not much to say here. Books I am not reading. And yeah, a couple of reprints here too. Let's move on to 181. Sonic the Hedgehog number 60. 182 is Red Room Crypto Killers number 1. 183 is I Am Iron Man number 3. 184 is Unstoppable Doom Patrol number 2. Oh, okay, that's good. That's a reprint. Okay, solid. Probably why they keep extending the book. Okay. 185 is Rocketeer One Shot. 186 is Spawn Scorch 17. 187 is Supermassive 2023. Let's see. I think that one came out at the cusp also, because that one was awesome. That one was definitely awesome. Let's see here. When did that come out? That came out, um, yeah, May 24th, right at the cusp. Yeah, like I said, if you guys haven't checked that out, please go do. Please go check it out. Um, let's see here. TMNT, um, Saturday Morning Adventures #1. 189 is Harley Quinn 29. Is that a reprint? Okay. And 190 is Star Wars The High Republic Adventures #4. Okay, all right. Yeah, not much else to say here. I don't know, maybe did Harley Quinn is that out with just like a little print one? Because, interesting. Okay. Let's move on to the 190s, the last bit. 191, Nightclub #5. 192, Love Everlasting #7. 193 is Bishop War College #4. 194 is Tim Drake Robin #9. Goddamn. 195 is Gargoyles #6. 196 is Superman #3. 197 is Strange Academy Files #6. 198 is Betsy Braddock Captain Britain #4. 199 is Kong Great War #1. And rounding things off at 200 is Vampirella versus Superpowers #1. Yeah, Tim Drake Robin #9 at 194. Yeah, oh boy. Yeah, good riddance. Good riddance. I need Chip to do something with Tim, man, because this is embarrassing. But yeah, not much else to say about this part right here. Yeah, so that's the top 200 comic books of May 2023. So if you're somebody who's watching the replay, would love to hear what your thoughts are down below. If you're somebody who's hanging out in the chat, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you're pleased with your favorite comic books and how they ranked. So yeah, we will be back next month. And once again, thank you guys for checking out the content. And please, if I have like two of you guys here, please go check out the Justice League video that I just dropped. I'll go ahead and put it up here actually. Please go check that out. Would love for you guys to comment, like, and share it if possible, man. I worked really hard on this video, and yeah, please go check it out right here. You guys will enjoy it. You guys will enjoy it. Trust me. And I have another deep dive that I'm working on. But yeah, y'all. Thank you for checking out the content. If you enjoyed it, please try to hit that like, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications. Much love, much peace. Please be safe. Please be good. It's your boy Roliver Queen, and I am out.